Today's episode is a reminder for anyone still chasing the dream job. Not because you're wrong, but because the job was never built to give you the life you're actually craving. Today, I'll walk you through why even good jobs leave you feeling misaligned, what a dream actually looks like, and how to quietly start building your next chapter without blowing up your life. Let's dive in. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. Harsh truth. There are no dream jobs. There's your dream, there's your job. One supports the other. But many people, me included early on, spend their whole lives trying to chase a dream job. It's programmed into our minds that there's a dream job. Go find the one that's right for you. When you have it, you'll know it and everything will be fine. Everything will be exactly what you want it to be, as long as you get that dream job. So keep striving until you get it. Okay? I get this feeling. We are taught this as part of the American dream. This myth out there that we can get some magical setup work-wise that unlocks everything else we want in our life to feel fulfilled, happy, great family life, great money, purpose, all of it. Okay? We've been trained to believe that that's the goal, where it gives you everything you want: stability, meaning, finances, growth, all of it. Now, if we just find the right one, as they say, you'll find this perfect mix of purpose and paycheck and everything will fall into place. Okay, I get that idea. And sure, good jobs do exist, but it's not going to give you everything you want. These good jobs only give you some pieces. You might have supportive bosses, some inspiring work, solid compensation, but even the best jobs out there have a ceiling or a time frame before they expire in your mind. They were great for the first 3, 6, 9 months maybe, and then you're like, it kind of feels like the old one. Same old shit, just another day. It's because of this. The dream must come from you. The dream can't come from a job. It has to come through you, from you. You have to embody that and say, like, my dream is something I specify. So let's get to that. But before we do, I want to anchor in why the job rarely ever feels right to you. And I want to name what most people silently feel but rarely say. It's this: your job doesn't feel good, not because you're doing something wrong, but because there's some deep misalignment. You're trying to find fulfillment inside a structure you didn't create. Your mind craves ownership, autonomy, to be the designer of something. And when you plug into something else that someone else designed, you're building someone else's dream. You're beholden to their agenda. You know that feeling? It sucks. It starts to grate at you, right? It really tears you apart. And again, while that job may have utility for you, it's ultimately a system built for someone else's goals, not yours. Just come to grips with that for a second, okay? Now, this misalignment starts to show up different ways in our lives, like anxiety you can't explain, or stress that doesn't go away after that rejuvenating vacation, or this quiet ache inside that says, this isn't it. And that voice grows louder and louder and louder, and you can't turn it off. No matter how many times you step away or recharge or have a great weekend, it just won't go away because there's this deep misalignment that will not go away on its own. And we have to treat that. That is the root. Okay. You weren't meant to find perfect alignment in a role that you didn't design. Totally makes sense, right? Why would it? But it's not your fault. But it is your responsibility to stop expecting a job or a dream job to deliver something it was never built to give. The job can be a powerful tool, an asset, an investor in your future. It can fund your life. It can expand your network. It can grow your skills. It can do lots of good component things for you, but it cannot give you your dream. You understand that separation. There's the dream, there's the job. The job supports the dream. That's how it works. So what does a real dream look like? You might be wondering that. Well, it's not a title. It's actually a way of living. So maybe that looks like this for you, as it did for me and many of my clients. You start to surround yourself with work and clients that you handpick. You design your ability to help people. Maybe it's coaching, consulting, some other service, an online community, whatever it is around your genius, stuff that gives you energy. You start to set your calendar around your energy, prioritizing when you feel most creative, when you feel at your best, designing your schedule for that. Maybe walking your kids to school without guilt or checking your phone one more time while the work call is happening at that moment. You also start to feel like you can design offers, design services, products that are rooted in your genius, not just your resume. You're not beholden to your past. You can also start charging premium rates because you deliver premium outcomes. And maybe most important, this dream is having the agency to say no by default and mean it. Okay. So whether you're in a job right now or you're out on your own or some combination of the two, you learn to say no a lot. It becomes the default approach because you protect your time and energy and attention so violently that other people can't just come grab it from you. That's a dream to me. And that sets up so many good things in my life. Maybe it would for you too. The dream is not about the passive income, as passive as that might be, or the flashy freedom out there. It's about earned autonomy, the ability to choose, design, to craft something of your own. And it doesn't start by quitting your job tomorrow. It starts by seeing your job for what it really is, a vehicle to fund the dream, to fund what comes next. So, how do you get into that mode of taking the job and letting it fuel the dream? Well, here's how to begin. Think about it intentionally, quietly, without blowing up your life. You're not going to do anything drastic, but it might look like reframing your job as a short-term asset. Remember, it's not your forever, it's your runway. Secondly, clarify what your dream actually looks like. Are you putting pen to paper? Are you talking about it with loved ones? Are you creating rich specificity? What does a great Monday look like to you? Who are you interacting with? Who is your tribe? What lights you up? What does meaningful work look and feel like to you? Thirdly, protect space for deep work. Think about every morning blocking 90 minutes for your future, not your employers. Rather than reactively jumping into your day with family and corporate stuff, can you actively protect, design your energy, your sleep, your schedule so that you got 90 days towards building your future, towards designing it, towards building something that enables it? That's what we need in our life. Okay. Things like this, understanding your genius, testing offers, creating content out there in the world. These are all steps in that direction. But we have to have specificity on what our dream is so that we know if we're heading in the right direction. Everything from how we treat our job to how we treat the precious hours in our life that we can build within, that we can develop ourselves, that we can build a business within, that we can become someone who has thought leadership abilities online. This is all the sort of thing that we do in the corporate graduation system in our program. It's not theory. It's a way of operating. And it starts right where you are. You have to understand in this moment that there is no dream job. Come to grips with that right now. There's the dream, there's the job. The job supports the dream. And if you need help figuring this out, head on over to MatthewDoan.com. We've got tons of resources there. More podcast episodes like this, some great essays too in our newsletter, some webinars that can really help you trigger new thoughts so that you can take the job, make it a tool in service of the dream that you're truly building. I don't want to demonize the job. It's not what this is about. The job can support the dream. But remember, the dream, that is yours to design and build. No one is coming to do that for you. You cannot plug into someone else's dream and say, this is mine. So release the expectation that your job will give you 100% forever fulfillment. It doesn't work like that. It's not what it was built for. You were built for something more, though. And I want you to take that to heart, act on it, okay? Because the moment you stop chasing someone else's version of success is the moment you start committing to and creating a life that actually feels aligned for you. Hope this sparks something within you. Reach out if we can help. We'll chat soon. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out MatthewDoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.